finally got to go out elk shed hunting. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I haven't been since I lived back in Utah about 2 years ago. So I've been itching to get out here since I moved to Wyoming about 6 or 7 weeks ago. Finally, the snow's melting. You can see there's a little bit behind me, but for the most part down lower, it's melted quite a bit. I just drove a couple hours this morning, got up to this spot I found on the map and hiked to about 3 miles or so back in here. Just kind of starting my search right on the edge of the tree line here, and I actually found an elk shed already. It's a spike. I think it's fresh or maybe really good condition last year. I'm not sure, but I can't believe I found one already. So let's go check this thing out. There it is. How cool is that? First elk shed of the year. I am pumped. Not even gonna be very heavy for the pack out, so I can still do a whole bunch of hiking. I wasn't sure if I was gonna stay in here because I haven't really seen much sign, but there's a little bit more sign up higher toward the trees here, so I'm probably gonna walk quite a bit in here and see what I find. There it is. I think it's last year's. It's kind of just a little bit old feeling and kind of dirty feeling, not very heavy. And yeah, it looks like it's probably last year's. I mean, it's so small, it's not like you'd really get bleached, and it was kind of sitting right on the edge of a little clump of grass there. So I'm guessing it's probably last year's, but there is some fresh sign in here. So I'm just gonna keep walking back behind me up in the trees a little bit and on the edge of this meadow and see what else I find. Welp, I got another one. This one looks like a deer shed. It looks old and it's small. Yep, that's a little tiny deer shed. There it is. Spotted it from about 10 yards. Sweet. Not too bad so far. I've only been out here about an hour and a half up in the trees, so doing good. Well, I've been walking for a couple hours now since I found that last one, and I'm just kind of working along the edge of this opening and the edge of the timber line in this meadow, and probably put on 6 or 7 miles, I'd guess, and it's been a couple miles since I found that last deer shed, but I finally found another one. It's another old spike elk, probably last year, so I found 3 spikes so far. I think there's been people in here. There's footprints and some ATV tracks, but I guess the spikes are just so small that people are missing them. But that's number 4 for the day. Like I said, I'm just kind of walking down here. I was actually coming down this little draw here and looked over, and there it is. Another spike. Super small. That one's probably about 8 inches long is all. But that's another shed. I'm up here doing some glass and I can see a really long ways down here, and I was looking up this creek bottom and there's an elk antler down there, but it's kind of up in the air and I'm pretty sure it's a dead bull. Looks like a pretty nice 6-point, but I'm almost positive it's a dead bull because the one antler's like sticking way up in the air, and I don't see that it's leaning on anything like it's a shed. So I'm hoping it's a shed, but I'm guessing it's a dead bull down in the bottom of the creek. So I'm gonna run down there. It's probably 300 or 400 yards away and check it out and see what it is. Oh, that's too bad. Well, I'm not sure what happened there. Could have been a lion kill or something. The winter really wasn't too harsh here, so I'm not sure. Down in the bottom of this creek, younger 5-point bull. Oh well, it's too bad. Kind of cool to find though. Well, here's the country I've been in. Just headed back to the truck now. Just kind of walking this flat top back to the pickup. It's about 3 miles. I found another deer shed. Another old one. Very, very small and pretty old. but that's a shed. So that makes 5 sheds, 3 elk, 3 spike elk, and 2 little tiny mule deer sheds. Not too bad, all old. I did find that one fresh dead bull, but there is just hardly any fresh sign, actually pretty much no fresh sign from the elk this year. I think it was just such a mild winter that they probably were staying just a little bit higher than normal in some kind of more secluded spots up in the timber, and just aren't down here. But I'm gonna probably head back to the truck. Got a couple hours of daylight, might do some more looking if I can find another spot today. There's just not the sign I want to see in here, and I've walked about 8 miles so far, so I'm gonna head back to the truck. All right, I'm back. Sorry for the wind, it's pretty breezy up here. It's been a couple weeks since I found those other sheds, and I'm finally out looking again this evening. I've seen a lot of elk in this area, a lot of deer too, and I just found my first brown elk shed of the year. It looks to be a pretty decent one, not too big, but I am pumped. I thought it was a stick at first, it's so brown, but it's an elk shed. Let's check this thing out. All right, here we go. Let's walk up on this thing. See it right there. Oh man, look at that. I've been wanting to find a nice brown elk shed like that. I mean, it's small, but oh, I'm pumped. Look at that thing. How cool is that? Gnarly little base, young bull, but that is sweet. Right here on this hillside, south facing slope. I thought they would be out here, and sure enough, look at that thing. That is awesome. I am pumped. Finally found a nice one. All right, I just took some pictures. Let's pick this thing up. Oh, that's pretty fresh too. Look at that. That is awesome. I mean, it's probably like a 2-year-old bull or something. Something pretty young anyway, 2 or 3 maybe, but that is so cool. So cool. I love it. Awesome. Here's a lot of the stuff I'm walking. Pretty open stuff. Some of it is even more open than this, but south facing and kind of east facing. Still just the one shed so far, but I've got a lot of ground to cover, so hopefully I'll find a couple more. I'm just walking this hillside, as you can see behind me, and I'm glassing down in the bottom, and there's another hill just right up above me, and I really want to see what's over that other hill. I mean, I haven't seen most of this bottom below me, but I really wanted to see what's over that hill, and it's a good thing I did, because I'm about halfway up, just about to crest over, and I see another fresh antler just at the top of this little hill. Sweet. All right, let's check this thing out. It looks about the same size as this other one I found. There it is, 4-point, little 5-point. How cool is that? That's awesome. Number 2 on the day. One's pretty fresh too. Yes, that is so awesome. So pumped. All right, I'm gonna pick this thing up. Nice and fresh. Sweet. There's that one. There's the other one. Doesn't look like a match, but 2 different sides, left and right. Good morning. So it is the opener for quite a few different wildlife management areas here in the state, and I'm at one of them today. I got up about 3 o'clock this morning hoping to make it somewhat to the front of the line, but I sure did not. There are already 17 vehicles here. It's 5 in the morning. It opens at 8. I know for out west, 3 hours early isn't very much. I know a lot of people stay overnight at the gate, and it looks like quite a few people did that. Some of these vehicles have probably been here since midday yesterday or late in the evening yesterday, I'd guess. And there's a lot of horse trailers and really not too many places to go on this road. So there's probably gonna be quite a few people going back to the spot that I have picked out on the map. But I guess that's just the way it is. Like I said, 17 vehicles and a lot of horse trailers already. And there's probably multiple people at a lot of these vehicles. So got 3 hours to sit here and wait. And then I'm gonna go try to find some sheds. I'm probably just gonna run as fast as I can to get back to some spots I have marked on my map that look pretty good. Just because if I don't run, I'm probably not gonna have a chance. Some of these people with horses are probably gonna move pretty quickly. So I probably won't really get any footage of me picking any up if I pick any up. This is a winter range, so it should be pretty good. There should be a lot of sheds here. I mean, it's a pretty popular spot. So I think I should be able to find some. Like I said, I'm not gonna really be able to film them just because I'm gonna have to pick them up and keep going and pick up some more sheds before everybody else finds them. So I'll probably just film them as I'm picking them up and then just keep going if I can even find any. So we'll see how it goes. 3 hours to wait and we'll be in some hills and hopefully finding some sheds. And we're in. Once I get back here to the parking lot, my pack is ready, my binos are on, so I'm just gonna literally throw it in park, grab my pack, and start running as fast as I can because there's already 15 or 20 vehicles ahead of me, and I'm sure most of them are going to the same spot that I'm going. So it's gonna be tough today. I bet there's at least 40, 50 vehicles here at this one gate, and there's multiple gates on this property, so it's pretty nuts. There's a lot more people than I thought, but I guess since it's a Saturday this year, there's a lot of people out. All right, here we go. Well, I found one. Oh, I ran all the way up here, like half a mile, and I am not in shape to be doing that, especially this early in the morning. Only got a couple hours of sleep last night, and I'm dehydrated, I guess. I found out. So I'm pretty whooped already, and there were a whole bunch of horses that took off for running straight to the plateau that I was looking at on the map, and then about 10 other people on foot just that I saw. So I'm sure that that plateau has been hit pretty good already, so I don't know if I'm even going to go over there, but there's a nice trail leading up the mountain here, so I might just take this up the mountain a little bit. But there are so many people out here, it's crazy. But here's the shed. Pretty nice 6-point. Oh man, it's a beast. That is a beast. That's the biggest Wyoming shed I've ever found. One of my biggest elk sheds ever. Oh man, that's got some weight to it. Look at that brown. That is so awesome. I might not sound too excited because I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes. Once I found it, I just sat down because I'm so whooped already. Not quite in mountain shape like I need to be, but that is an awesome shed. I'm glad I got one. Man, those are some long tines there. Oh, that's sweet. Look at that thing. Maybe I can match them up. There's this good trail right here that leads up the mountain, so I'll probably head that direction, see what else I can find up there. On the board. All right, here it is. Nice base on it, good 6-point. Pretty awesome. Let's keep going. Well, I've been walking quite a few miles since I picked up that last shed. I think that was about 4 hours ago when I found that one. Have not found another one since. There's a lot of people out here, like I said, so they're getting picked up pretty fast. There's a lot of people with antlers on their packs and on their horses. But it's starting to rain a little bit, and supposed to rain pretty much the rest of the day. And I think a lot of this spot has been covered really good so far. So I'm gonna head back to the truck now, and unless I find anything in the next mile or mile and a half on the way back, that's probably gonna be it for today and for this video. But pretty awesome to find this one nice 6-point shed. It's probably the biggest elk shed I've ever found, so pretty awesome. Gonna be a nice display in the house. But a lot of fun times, a lot of good miles hiked. Saw quite a few deer today too. But that's gonna be it. Hopefully I'll be out a little bit more for some sheds here in Wyoming this spring and into the summer maybe. We'll just see what happens, but I guess we'll catch you on the next video.